Hi everyone, it's Mario. Welcome to my channel if you're here for the first time, and welcome back to the rest of you. So today we're doing a comparison video for the new Jasmine and Merida limited edition dolls released by Disney Store. Now if you remember correctly, at D23 they released Merida and Jasmine, and they had a D23 exclusive variation sticker. So I guess maybe the original dolls are the ones released by Disney Store, right? And the ones at D23 are the variation. Who knows? But they released the new general release ones, and here they are. We're gonna go ahead and first take a look at them in the box, individually, and then we'll do a comparison with the D23 ones. But the video will mainly be a comparison video. And if you haven't seen my D23 Merida and Jasmine reviews, I will put those links below on the description. One thing I did want to mention is that I decided not to take the new general release dolls out of the box because I already have the D23 ones out of the box, so I feel like there's just no point in having such similar dolls both hanging out of the box. So even though the box is huge and I don't have the space for it, for now I decided to keep them in there. But don't worry, you'll still get to see all of the differences and all of the details without me having to take them out of the box. So you'll definitely get to see all of that. Since we are in the topic of the boxes, I just want you to know if you don't like them because they are bulky, they do cover up the doll and they're just huge. Disney Store is aware that we don't like them. Maybe they already have 1 or 2 dolls in production and it's too late to stop it. But hopefully after that, they go back to the general design because these are just too big. But they are aware of it and let's hope it changes. All right, so enough of this long intro. Let's get started. First up, we're taking a look at Merida, and it's the exact same box. It says Brave on the top, it's all green, same thing. Only difference is that it doesn't have the D23 sticker. And she is limited edition 1 out of 4,900, and the D23 one was only 1,000. So on the back part of the box is the same thing. You can go ahead and pause if you like to read that. And the retail price is not on here, but it is $149.99, and the D23 one was $179.99. So that's the price difference. When you open it again, it's the same. We have the Brave 10-year anniversary sticker, and then on this side, we have the little certificate of authenticity, and that is my limited edition number, which is actually pretty low. It's pretty cool. Go ahead and pause again if you like to read that. And so now we're gonna take a look at her in the box before we do the comparison with the D23 one, right? Here you can see it. Now the one thing I do like about these boxes is that the background has so much space for like a nice background, right? So we have the woods. Again, this is exactly the same as the D23 one, right? You can just see the way that she's posed. She does take up a lot of the box because they stretched out the dress. The D23 one had the little bears, so they still managed to pretty much fill the box up. Here we have D23 Merida and the general release Merida together. We're gonna go ahead and compare them. One thing off the bat is the 3 little brothers, of course. Those were only for the D23 version of the doll. They're not included in the general release. When it comes to their faces, they are pretty much the same. They're exactly the same, right? We have the rooted lashes, the silver eyeshadow. She has her freckles on her face and on her chest on both dolls, which we love that. And she has the rooted lashes. They're the same, right? So there was no changes done to their faces whatsoever. Here you can see a closer look, and the difference is in the lighting here, right? But they're definitely the exact same. Both Meridas have the same hairstyle. The only difference really is that the D23 one has 6 little braids with the metal beads, and the one from general release only has 2 braids with the 2 little metal beads. You can see them right there on the stock photo. Now we're taking a closer look at the outfits, and right off the bat you can tell that it's the exact same dress with the same fabric. I mean, the bodice itself is the same, right? We have the embroidery and the stitches going across. The biggest difference right away, of course, it's the cape. The D23 one has a cape with a fur on it, and that cape has this chain attached to it with little beads and the bare nails and stuff like that, and that's obviously missing from the general release. But the dress itself is the exact same thing, same fabric. The only slight difference is the sleeves. So as you see here on the general release, it's only 1 layer of the fabric, while the D23 one has a second layer. It looks like a linen, and it's more of like an aqua color, more on the blue side, right? Which adds a little bit more going on the sleeves there. I don't know why they couldn't just have kept them the same, right? I didn't even notice this until now. So another difference is that the D23 one has like a braided belt, and the general release doesn't. They both have their quiver hanging from their waist, right? It's the same fabric that they use here. It's like a leather string with the little bear logo on there, or symbol. And there's a big difference with the quiver, actually, the quiver and the arrows. This one is plastic, which we have seen before. And then for the D23 one, they have a leather one, leather-like with embroidery on it. So this is definitely a big detail for the D23 one that's missing from the general release. We also have this little chains with the beads at the end there. And on the general release, it's just, there's no nothing added there to it. It's just ends on the rope. Both Meridas have the same bow with the little leather wrapped around it in the middle so she can hold it. That's the exact same, plastic painted bow. One difference is that the D23 one has the arm guard, right, which is metal and leather-like. And the general release doesn't have anything on her arm. It's just the sleeves of the dress. The bottom of her dress has this beautiful embroidery work, and they kept it the exact same for both dolls, which is great, right? Nothing changed on the bottom part of the dress. Same colors, the same little blue rhinestones for the eyes there. And yeah, and it goes all the way around. They didn't just, it doesn't stop on the side. So both dolls have embroidery on the bottom all the way around, and the dress are the same fabric. They're both wearing the same exact shoes, right? The little plastic boots. There you can kind of see them, and then you can see them on the D23 one. Again, if you want a full review of the D23 version, you can go ahead and check that out. And that's a wrap on Merida. Now we're moving on to Jasmine. Her box is also the exact same one from D23, right? It's the big blue box. It says Jasmine on the top, ages 6 and up, and she is limited edition of 5,600, and the D23 one was only 1,000. The back of the box is also the exact same. We have the Jasmine name collector doll. You can go ahead and pause if you like to read this. And the retail price is not on the box, but it is $149.99. And the D23 one was $180, basically, right? So that's the price difference. When you open the windows, we have the Aladdin 30-year anniversary sticker logo right there, which is again same as D23. And then we have the certificate of authenticity on the side window. Here we have it. You can go ahead and pause if you like to read it. That's my limited edition number out of 5,600. Now we're taking a quick look at her in the box, and it's just really beautiful. Again, as big as the boxes are, I just love the background and how much space there is for the doll, right? And I mean, in this case, you don't need the space because she doesn't have like a big flowing dress, but still, it just looks beautiful. I love the position that they picked for her. She's just so pretty. Again, we have a new face for her and a new skin color, more accurate skin color, and she's just stunning, right? Yeah, the position is really cool because they spread out the dress as much as they could, the bottom part, and it looks really nice. So as a collector, I think, I'll definitely keep her in the box, for now at least. Here we have both D23 Jasmine and general release Jasmine. And in this case, they kind of took some creative liberties with the outfit, unlike Merida, right? For Merida, they just took away stuff. With Jasmine, they actually changed it up. Of course, the D23 one does bring a metal lamp, and that is not included with the general release. But yeah, they kind of changed up the outfits, which is cool. When it comes to their faces and the face sculpt, it's the exact same thing, right? They both have rooted lashes, dark brown eyebrows, and the purple eyeshadow. It does look slightly different on the D23 one, but I think that's just a factory thing, right? Because they're definitely meant to look, exactly the same. Right? You can see it here. Same lip color and everything. It's just beautiful. Of course, the D23 one does have this headpiece, and she does have a braid on there, which the general release one is just more simple, and there's nothing, no accessory in her head. I wish they added like a little crown or something, but yeah, they definitely, that's one big difference that you notice right away. They both have the same earrings and necklace, which is, you know, a metal painted gold with the teal rhinestones on there. Very glad they kept that for both dolls because it's definitely beautiful and needed, right? We need the accessories. So they did keep those and they look great. For the hair, the D23 one, like I said before, does have a braid in the front that goes all the way to the back. And then it has two little golden metal beads on there, which of course the general release one, same hair length and everything, but it doesn't have the accessories or the braid going across. As I said before, when it comes to the outfits, they decided to do a different design. The tops are completely different. They both have the sheer puff sleeves, right? You can see them here. For the general release, they included a shawl, right? A long sheer fabric shawl. They're also the same color, by the way. It might look different on the camera, but they have the exact same color outfit. Just wanted to point that out. So yeah, the bodices are different even in the texture of the fabric. The general release one is more of like a shiny material, while the D23 one is more matte for the top, right? You can kind of see it here. And of course, the D23 one has this little metal flowers on it with little rhinestones, and the embroidery work is completely different on both. They both have the same accessory for the waist, right? The little golden accessory. When it comes to the bottom part of the outfit, the D23 one is definitely more elaborate because there's two layers of fabric there with the design in the front, while the general release is just one piece of fabric, which is the one that has the embroidery work on it. Right? There's kind of very different when it comes to details here and layers, right? Both Jasmines are wearing the exact same plastic purple shoes with the painted gold on them, but the pants are different. We have some embroidery on the D23 doll, plus a metal cuff piece on the bottom, which the general release does not have anything going on in the pants at all. Now, when it comes to the embroidery work, on the D23 one, we have a more elaborate design, and they just kind of made it more simple for the general release. You can kind of see it there right away that they're very different. Here you can see it better, right? The general release does have the exact same D23 design on one of the panels in the back, but the rest are more simple. Both have beautiful embroidery work for sure. Now, the dolls also have bracelets. The general release has two golden bracelets right there, and the D23 one has the same ones, but they've added two little beads on there, the teal and the purple beads. And then for the other hand, we have a diamond bracelet, and diamond and golden, with three little tiny golden ones that we've seen before in many dolls, right? The only difference again is the two added beads. So that's all for Jasmine. If you want to see a more detailed review of the D23 version, I will put the link below. Alrighty everybody, so that is all for today. I absolutely love both Jasmine and Merida, and I'm so happy that they released a general edition. If I had to pick a favorite between the two, I would go with Jasmine, just because they kind of changed up the design and made it a whole new thing, while Merida is just a simpler version of the D23 one. But yeah, absolutely love both. Let me know what you think of them in the comments. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye-bye.